What's up guys, it's Captain Production 72. Welcome to another fun review. I know I said in the update video that we would be doing the home one, but this set arrived earlier than anticipated. Let's get into it. This is set 9526 Palpatine's Arrest, released in the summer of 2012 for the measly price of $59.99 in the UK, but good luck finding that now. Unlike last week's 2012 review of the Malevolence, we have the box, got that really cool Darth Maul up there. This was a used set, or semi-used, so the box, as you can see, unfortunately in a few areas in mine is a bit beat up looking, but nonetheless you got that really cool art of Coruscant, or Jedi. You've got Mace Windu, who's new, Palpatine, who's new, Kit Fisto does not say new there, but on brick set it says he is new. New Anakin Skywalker, new CC10, new Agent Kolar. So this is a really cool set, not something they did before or have revisited since. It's got a really cool box on the top, you've got all your minifigures here. Let's get to focus. There you go. Kit Fisto, Miss Windu, Chancellor Palpatine, CC10, Anakin Skywalker and Agent Kolar. If we flip the box round to the back, it can show you all your features that we'll be getting into here during the video. Everything that you can do with this set. Got all the kind of stuff they would have in 2012 on the boxes. If you flip it up this way, this box does not have the fun tabs. It, in fact, and I've still got the bags in here, opened up like this. So if that'd be interesting to show, let's jump into these awesome minifigures. So here we are going in order of what the box shows us. We have episode 3 Mace Windu. This was not the first time he was seen in his episode 3 form. He was done in 2005 as a light-up figure and 2006 as a non-light-up minifigure. He is really cool, got the same torso, legs, arms, etc. as his Clone Wars variant from 2009. The main difference is he has a cape, which I don't believe there's any, there is no back printing underneath. Some of them do in this set. I guess has his regular Mace Windu head. This is one of my favourite versions of Mace Windu, other than the Clone Wars. Also, this one can be used interchangeably as episode 2 version, because we never got a dedicated episode 2 Mace Windu. But no, this is one of the really cool figures who's brand new for this set, and this exact version has never been re-released, at least his episode 3 version. Let's move on to Chancellor Palpatine. So here we have probably the coolest version of Republic era Palpatine that LEGO ever made, and this is his episode 3 version. I'm trying to get light in there with the blonde hair piece, but he is really cool. It's from that scene where he goes, "I am the Senate." You get a gold hilted lightsaber, and you do get 2 of these lightning pieces, which was not first seen in 2008. You do get 2 of those. And the other one is in an area in this set which I am to show you. You do get some back print on this minifigure. He is really cool, especially with his second face. And boo, there is that second face on Palpatine. Kind of when he drops his whole disguise thing and starts firing lightning at Mace Windu. But no, this is a really cool minifigure. I like it a lot. Mace Windu, which we showed previously, is one of the easier to acquire figures in this set. This figure is going for upwards of 50 now, so, and it's the only Revenge of the Sith based Palpatine that they ever made. So let's jump right into the next minifigure, which is Kit Fisto. So according to the box, this is the only minifigure in the set that's not new. This is Kit Fisto. So it technically is new. According to brick sets I checked on there, keeps a little bit bent on him, and rubberized head. We'll get into the head in a moment, but technically this is a new figure. It counts as a different variation because he has the cape. The one that was in the 2010 Art 170 did not have a cape. But it's a really cool minifigure, and that torso can be used for generic Jedi as well, if you like to buy some of those torsos. But the cool thing is, he's a different Jedi. You know, he's not... Mace Windu has been seen in different variations a few times over the last couple of years, and it kind of obviously at least one or more sets a year sometimes. So it's nice to get a Jedi who, you know, a bit unique. We've not seen Kit Fisto since 2012, so there's that. So the headpiece, take that off. The cape is a bit. It can get quite easily damaged thanks to the rubber head. That's the body. Without, as far as I'm aware, yeah, no back printing. So the head is this kind of rubbery mold. It's not plasticky, which is good because it would not last if it was plastic, but it's kind of rubbery, like you can move the tentacles and stuff, they ain't snapping. It's a really cool minifigure. He is worth a little bit on his own. I really do like, and his lightsaber comes out. Really good feature. Unintended feature rather, but no, definitely one of my favourite kind of figures from the set. I really do like this figure, looks great if you're doing stuff with Jedis. Let's move on to Anakin Skywalker. So, of course, this set is based on that scene where Anakin decides to join Sidious to save Padme. So, this minifigure is kind of one of the most important versions of Anakin because he's based off that scene. He looks really good. See, when I look at this figure, I don't think he looks outdated. See, I think Lego Star Wars in a way, in some places, has outdone itself to the point where even figures 10 years ago look so modern. And he's probably one of the best looking figures in this set. You know, it has some really nice torso printing. It has the light printing that goes down. I really do like the torso in this one. It's got one black hand, you know, one flesh hand. He does have this is a printing underneath the torso. When I say the set was semi-sealed, like one bag had been opened and the capes had never been opened, so the capes are fresh in this. He has a dark coloured hairpiece, blue lightsaber. He does have a second face, so we got kind of his kind of calm, kind of normalish Anakin face. Then we got his face kind of, you know, after he decides, hey, I'm gonna join Palpatine. So let's move on to the next minifigure, which is CC10. I really do like the Anakin though, and like all these minifigures, these exact versions are exclusive to this set as well. So that's kind of cool. This minifigure is parts of him are exclusive. I think it's the head and the cape on this variant because the body and legs are in the 2012 Interceptor as well. CC10. So just like Kit Fisto, CC10 is another Jedi minifigure we have not seen since 2012. A lot of the kind of different Jedi have not been seen since the 2012-2013 era of Lego Star Wars, like the really early 2010s, and they were, you know, pumping out different Jedi left, right, centre. This is his movie accurate version. He did come in two other sets. It is a Clone Wars version. The Clone Wars version was in the 2011 T6 shuttle and the 2012 CC-10 Starfighter. It's a real cool minifigure. He has no double-sided expression, but it's a really cool piece. He's got the torso as well. Again, not I would recommend buying any of these figures for this purpose because all of them are expensive. You could reuse these bodies or torsos if you're making Jedi. I'm going to take off that piece. This comes in its own little bag. It's a little rubberized piece. You can see no double-sided expression. The detail on that, and this is quite a cool piece they've made. So yeah, I really do like that piece on there. His facial expression is quite cool as well. Yeah. Overall, I really do like this version of CC-10. The movie accurate version is even cooler than the Clone Wars one, but no, it's not. It was nice to get Jedi. Like obviously, all these Jedi are accurate to the scene, but it was nice that they did set with something different. Now, all the figures this one previous are pretty penny, but see this minifigure I'm about to show you make up a majority of this set's value used, or just in general. Next minifigure is Agent Cold, and he sells for at least £90. And this is him here. The minifigure who's basically driven up the value of this set because of his just as a unique figure. All these figures had different variations based on different movies. You know, Palpatine has his Clone Wars version, Mace Windu has multiple versions, Kit Fisto has other versions. Like all these characters had other versions and had been seen before this set, but this one hasn't, and he's not been seen since. Agent Core is like the first. He, for those of you who don't remember, he's the first Jedi to be taken out by Palpatine. And I think the thing that makes him weird, because you see him sell cheap if he doesn't have it, is this piece on his head. And it's kind of hard to take off without the head coming out, so bear with me, we've just beheaded him. But you can see the details right in these horn pieces are kind of nuts. That's what makes him worth so much. Back printing on him. Yeah, he's got some. I didn't realise this figure had any. Okay, another good generic Jedi torso. Like, if you're into that kind of thing, this set is for you. But he's a really cool minifigure, and he's the only figure in this set that is, like, all these other figures, their character is not unique to this set. Like, they had other variations, but this entire character in no other sets. But anyway, let's get on to the really cool part of the set itself. And well, here's the set. I thought it'd be kind of cool with these reviews where we have to do it on the floor to have the box in the background. So this is the set, Palpatines of Rest, a really cool set, really expensive set. Got many figures along here because it's pretty cool to demonstrate the features. Yeah, the many figures. So this set, we're going to start off with the smallest part of the set being, one of them anyway, being it's listed in one of the dictionaries as being a Coruscant airspeeder, which is a pretty cool little build that's got, flick fire missiles and stuff. You can fit Anakin inside it, which we'll do in a moment. There's only 3 stickers in the entirety of the set, and they're on this. Here, here, and here. So we put that down. 1 second. Right, we'll take Anakin. So we're going to remove his lightsaber. There's not anywhere to put it. So we're just going to put it over there for the time being. Open up the cockpit, which doesn't always clip in the best. So this will bend the cape a little bit, so maybe you might want to take the cape off. But you don't have, if you do it right, you can kind of just sit on the studs. There you go. You can fly in to rescue Palpatine. On the bottom we do have this, so it can connect into the landing pad. These flick fire missiles, which that went halfway across the room. Let's try firing that one into the box. Just for reference, that went over there. So our next feature is related to these parts on the bottom. So you get this landing area, which is a pretty simple build. You got a couple of lights going around it. You have a place to put the airspeeder. And the stairs lead up to these doors, which we'll get into in a minute. The whole thing can separate. It's a very modular set, which you don't get a lot of Star Wars sets. So, say you don't want it to be part of these stairs, you can easily clip it off because it's got these pins. Let's just show you the build a bit better. And you can take it and put it in, but doing it this way, it kind of works. Again, the whole modular ability of the set. You could connect this to here if you wanted, or whatever. Better ways to do it than I did, but you get the point. There's technic points all around that part of the set so that you can do things like that. Which I love is pretty cool, but it's not the most accurate. Like, even the box doesn't depict it accurately, but yeah, what are you going to do? So having this connected, it leads into a door section which works in the same modular way. It's pretty cool doors, if you were going to use it for stop motion, you could, have these open. The Jedi walk through, pretty cool. These kind of vases here, which will give it a nice look. I really do like it. The set does look particularly cool from this angle. Where you can Palpatine there over, I am the Senate and all that stuff. So yeah. Again, the doors fully closable on these pieces so that they will stop. Works quite well. Got these little pieces here on the ends for pulling them. And like the last thing, this is completely detachable. And in the end, you could just be just this section here, which will make things very easy if you have to store the set somewhere. So you can have Anakin in the airspeeder, right? Just try to set up a few scenes with the set. So one major area where I feel this set really shined the best and is its best self is it has a few play features, like this. It has the doors, and there's like a couple more we're gonna get into. But you can have Anakin over here running in. You have the Jedi driver as Palpatine. If we look over here, we're gonna got the whole Palpatine going. I am the Senate over here. But just like this set has a lot of good playability and displayability as well, right? Say that you don't want to do these Revenge of the Sith scenes, right? you get these extra seats here, which this area here is probably my favourite part of the set. You know, these kind of red stuff, which I'm assuming would probably just be carpet, and you got these nice lights here, and here. You've got these little golden minifigure statues, which are just like the ones, like it's like the pieces they used to put in the Lego kind of board games, which were also out around this time. Moving towards the desk here, you get these nice little steps that come up on either side. You get these spinny chairs, so if you really wanted to, you don't have to have it as this scene. I mean, if you've got kind of Senator minifigures, like if you've got a Clone Wars, but just any type of Padme, or you've got Anaconda Forged, any kind of politicianish kind of minifigure, you could have that. You can have, like, you know, Mace Windu and Yoda sitting, chilling, talking about Palpatine. Like, you do have options like that for this set, which is really nice to have, because a lot of set is like, you wouldn't be able to do that, but I do like that with this set. So, you know, if we are coming over this area here, Palpatine's office surprisingly has a few play features. So, we're going to take, I don't know, we're going to take Mace Windu for this feature, right? So, we're going to put him on this little bit, and it's on both sides, and we're going to launch him. 1, 2, 3. The best launch. Try that again. Oh. As you can see, that's kind of a demonstration of how it's meant to work. Another cool feature, and this is on both sides as well, but it's different each side. Just get the eyes over here a bit better. As you get these little pieces here and here on the floor. So this one inside contains his, I was talking about this earlier, both of his lightning pieces. Honestly, not movie accurate, but it's going to have a nice place to store them. I do like that feature. They just slot right back on in. But the other side, over here, has his gold-hilted lightsaber, and you can see that 4 derivatives. You know, so it's kind of like he pulls it in. You know, it could be in this hand, then he jumps out, starts killing the Jedi. So you do have that. That is pretty cool. His chair, I do feel, this is the way instructions put it, it's a bit far back. You know, in relation to things like the desk, it's definitely not the most accurate, but yeah. The desk itself is a pretty cool looking piece. It is raised above the ground by a couple of studs. I just love the way the desk looks. You know, with the spinny chairs. I like this. Unfortunately, Palpatine's one does not spin, which is quite a shame. It'd be good if that were able to spin. But you know, there's a lot of good space in this area though that you can use. For instance, you know, if you want to have the whole Windu and Palpatine deal, the room that they show you, right, is the room where Windu gets thrown out the window. It's not the room the duel starts in, obviously. It starts in that other room. So the Jedi, like, you know, these guys here, they're already dead. So, you know, they're in the other room. But, no, it's quite cool. You can set up a few good scenes with it. Let's move on to one of the really cool features of the set. So, as you guys know, in the later portion of the fight, you know, Palpatine and Windu are dealing here at the office. So you can, you know, say take Windu and, you know, kind of, the Lego have done it and it works on the opposite side. So, you know, you can have Windu kind of there. It's just the way they've laid out the set. You know, I'll set up. So yes, even though Lego has done it backwards in the set, you can have the whole scene kind of over here. You know, Anakin's deciding, Windu and Palpatine are fighting and whatnot. You know, probably should have Palpatine's alternative head on. You know, Palpatine's getting all the lightning deflected back, and you know, there's a feature to make this even cooler. You know, once Anakin chops off Windu's hand, there's this little lever here. So all we're going to do really is pull that and move the set back. You can pull that and a little encouragement, the window will fall out and you can have Mace Windu thrown out the window by Palpatine. You know, and then you can have the whole scene, you know, where Vader, sorry, Anakin becomes Vader, but so, you know, so it could seem like if you were to add a clear piece or something, you could kind of have it, I'm sure you'd have to take that lightsaber in his hand, but you could have some pretty cool play function. I'll show you it again, it's, put this, slide the pin in, and you know, it'll shake, but I suppose like if you were to lift the set up and without the pinning, it's just really just to keep it there. But yeah, but not bad. I mean, yeah, the reason it won't work on this side of the build is there's like a clear plate, so figures would have to wear a stick. But it's kind of cool that they added that feature in. So yeah, I really like this set. It's definitely one of my all-time favourites. Let's get into the instructions. So instructions, same as the box. You turn them this way for building, in case you're wondering. Yeah. You build it in different sections. The back of these instructions is where it's really out for me, so you skip the parts block. Oh, the nostalgia. Come off this image. So I've already done reviews on Droid Escape and the X-Wing Fighter. I don't own the other sets here yet. And the minifigures is I realise how much of a problem I have. I own a lot of the minifigures here. I don't own any of the top row, but from here down, these guys, him, skip those two. But from Grievous, right the way down, I have them. So yeah, you got this really cool ad for you got Ace Assault here, but you got the Cookie Mine. This was just new when this back in 2012. It only came out the year prior, so most of all should the Clone Wars ad. Let's get to the final thoughts. I don't know why, but for the outro I set up like a boss level in a video game. Fun fact, I have not pointed out in any of my 2012 reviews yet. I realised this when I was opening this. 2012, right, was the introduction of the brick separator, for anyone who cares. You know, these things. But anyway, my final thoughts on the 2012 Palpatine's arrest. So, yeah, it's a 10-year-old set. These minifigures hold up, not to mention they're all exclusive still. Rare as hell. Like Agent Core's worth 90, that's like a £25 figure, that's like a 40. It's like another 40, that's like a £29 figure, that's like a £50 figure, so it's like, what's the value, isn't it? I do like they give you the full office kind of thing. You know, the fact that they give you the little Coruscant airspeeder is pretty nice as well. I do like the extra inclusion of that. So £60 back in 2012. I personally paid £150 for mine because I got mine without one of the key minifigures. And you're probably wondering, wait, you showed off all the figures. I owned this character previous to buying the set that I bought when the figure was not worth about £100. So it comes down to value. It's, if you really want it, it is really cool. It's like, I should fix this window. It's like, we don't not get a lot of Coruscant or any Coruscant base sets for that matter. So it's unique in that way. Anyway guys, I will give the set 10 out of 10. It is a really cool set for anyone who loves Revenge of the Sith. And it's another really cool set that I just really like. So that's another 2012 set done. Next week you guys are getting the home one guaranteed. I'm not buying any more sets for a while. You know, I just bought this. Last night, in referring to when I bought this, the Lego Star Wars 2023 leaks have just come out, so I posted a video on that. Check that out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you guys on Friday with Figure Friday.